Happy Sat Stacking Saturday. Welcome to the number one day of the Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin's pumping in the green, back above 67 G's, 69,000 in play. Send it, let's get it. Breaking news, BlackRock just bought 292 million worth of the Bitcoin. They now own over 400,000 BTC. Let that one sink in. And quoting the high priest of Bitcoin, Max Kaiser, the new all-time high gold price is predicting Bitcoin will trade over 220,000 per coin very soon. We'll also be discussing what happens to the Bitcoin price if Microsoft shareholders vote to buy the Bitcoin. In fact, Samson Mow just recently met up with some of the heads over at, the CEO, that is, of Microsoft. And they're going to be making a big announcement on December 10th, whether the vote to buy Bitcoin or not for their balance sheet, following in the footsteps of MicroStrategy. I'm pretty optimistic here because BlackRock is one of the primary shareholders of Microsoft. It's second just under Vanguard, who is the largest shareholder. I've done my homework. Also, the hacker who looted 20 million from the U.S. government returns the vast majority of the stolen funds, according to Arkham Intelligence. Why would he do such a thing? I'll be discussing it. We'll also be discussing Pennsylvania House advances Bitcoin rights bill to clarify digital asset regulations. I'll be breaking down this latest report as Bitcoin adoption continues. Also, there's a 60% chance Bitcoin smashes 170,000 this cycle, according to analyst Jamie Couts of Real Vision. I'll be sharing his timeline. Also, another analyst, Michaël van de Poppe, says market's about to go vertical, outlining Bitcoin rising from 300 to 500,000 per coin here in the fourth quarter of 2024. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this plus so much motherfucking more in today's show. Welcome, crypto fam. What's crack-a-lackin'? Good to have everyone here with you here today on a Sat Stackin' Saturday. Joseph says, free Ross. I watched the Rogan Trump pod the first hour. It was like 3 hours. I got 1 hour deep. I started listening to it earlier, says Dankness. Went in the truck right on 3 hours ago. I had plans to see it. Right up, Joseph. I thought it was good. A true journalist asking him questions that weren't loaded. I enjoyed the Joe Rogan pod, says Cal Beans. Welcome, brother. Shout out Jamesito, Craig, Greg, ahoy, Bitcoin Pirate Crew. Cast off all the lines, set the sails, and make way for the biddy. Let's go. Good to have you here, Dankness. It's always an honor, man. Happy beautiful October, Saturday, CNA fam. Shout out to the one and only Chandy 10 Music. Beautiful weather. Beautiful here too. It was raining earlier. I was out and about at the mall. We were at the arcade winning prizes, but I'm here and a beautiful day right now. No more rain, at least here in Puerto Rico. Fam, this is live and interactive, so it works both ways. Please interact in the comments. That way you can actually share your comments and I can react. Always an honor. We're streaming live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. It's Sat Stacking Saturday. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. Hide your kids, hide your wives, and do what you got to do. Let's go ahead and check the X feed. And yeah, let me know if you guys watched the interview with Rogan and Trump yesterday. It aired. Again, I watched an hour of it. I still got 2 hours to go. Satwise says Pennsylvania representing. Amen, brother. Cal Bean says pump it up. And just reposted your family. Anyone who reposts the live stream on X with a quote or a comment gets reposted live and in the flesh on the stream, because I greatly appreciate it. It helps get more eyeballs here so we can orange pill the masses. Sat Stacking Saturday, 69 G's in play. And you're going to notice, again, the stream pinned at the top of the profile. And JV finally upgraded with the iPhone 16 Max Pro. It's just a little taller, but you really can't notice any difference. I have a very similar case than I had before. Yeah, I mean, it's a little lighter version of the gray versus the darker or the bluish, color. But nonetheless, this is the new 16. I'll keep you posted if it's worth it to upgrade. I had to upgrade from the 13, though, so it's a few generations I was behind, so I'm finally caught up. What is the condition of Bitcoin, up or down, says Islamic Channel. Welcome to the stream. Jamesito, 100 G soon. Spot Bitcoin East House of the past 11 trading days have accumulated 3.4 billion. Who in the world would be selling? Nobody smart is selling. Hit the likes. Thank you, Mark. Appreciate you tuned in. I have been untacking the biddies. What does untacking mean? I have been no Diddy when he says hide your kids. It's the disclaimer, the information for the adults. And a reminder, family, of course, never mind. You guys know the disclaimer by now. Ultimately, anything I share on stream is not investment advice, and everything I share is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not a professional, analyst or anything like that. I don't claim to be either. I'm just a regular Joe, just a regular Satoshi, just like you, living my best life, spreading the word, preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi each and every day, 7 days a week, 365 days per year. But who's counting? I mean, this is pod episode for, believe it or not, 1799. Yeah, I mean, 1799. Could you imagine another 1799 Crypto News Alerts episodes from now where the Bitcoin price action will be? I have been unstacking the biddies. What do you mean by unstacking? Meaning selling? Smash that like button, family. Hodl life. Shout out Leash Waked. No Diddy. That's right. Never any Diddy. Not round yonder. The only one here who has been to a Diddy party is Nipsey, but he gets the special invite. So I don't know why they invite animals to those parties. Use your own imagination. I can't figure it out. Kind of tell us about the Bitcoin, because nowadays the market is very dangerous. What do you mean by dangerous? Very risky. Yes. Physically dangerous? I don't think so. Can you lose all your money in anything such as a risk-on asset? Absolutely. Same way you can go broke at the casino. That's just the reality of it. So you got to know the basics. And the basics is Bitcoin does not get rich quick. Crypto is not get rich quick. Maybe some of the meme coins are, but just as quick as you can get rich, you can lose every single thing you have. That's why I stress be very careful when gambling, aka investing. And if you want to play the smart game, that's the long haul game. And Bitcoin is the long-term game. And that's what I would recommend. Saving Bitcoin, because what's the alternative? You can save in fiat, guaranteed to lose purchasing power, or you can save in Bitcoin, guaranteed to increase your purchasing power. And just keep it simple. And that's all you need to know. 1799. Amen, yo. Been taking profits since March to live off of. Understandable there, Ryan. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. It's easy to just buy and put it in a wallet and watch it grow. Yeah, it requires discipline. The hodl strategy is so simple. Literally, every single investor in Bitcoin who hodls for 4 years or longer is in the green. But most don't have that patience to hodl. As simple as it sounds, because it's so simple, most people can't do it. They're so greedy, they just want to get rich on the meme coins or whatever the flavor of the month is in crypto, maybe NFTs, whatever that may be. And then most people end up getting wrecked, rug pull, etc. So be careful out there. My chart is showing 67,212. Right on. Good for your chart. BitGo is what you're seeing up here on the screen. Every exchange is going to slightly be different. It's just what it is. Well, we're all down a little from the 67.2 earlier. Last night, 668. Bitcoin crypto represents the most volatile asset class ever. If you don't get the stomach for the project vomit producing roller coaster ride, you're not tall enough to ride this motherfucking ride. Well said. And yes, JV is caffeinated. I got a coffee / latte at the barista today at the mall, but that was a few hours ago. Been hodling my Doge for 2 years. Should have bought the biddy. But anyways, family, let's get rolling.
Oh my gosh, it's finally almost here. JV is going to talk to us. Crypto news is near. I can't stand waiting. There is no debating. I waited all day, maybe I need a life. But Bitcoin is all I can think about day and night. Hurry, JV.
And massive shout out to Chandy 10 Music, first and foremost, for producing our theme song we play every day and producing virtually 95% of the music we play here on the stream. Make sure to subscribe to our channel, #1 Bitcoin music, hands down, Chandy 10 Music. Appreciate the repost, Chandy. There's some proof of work. I'm just going to shout everyone out who reposted the stream already. LT, classes in session, my people, the best alpha on the biddy. Much respect, LT. Just reposted your broski. Shout out George Wright. Shout out Satwise, Cal Beans, the rest of the fam. JC Ice, our one and only Oracle. Always an honor. Always much appreciated. We got Laura in the building. Good to have you here, Laura. Missed out on 9 million last 2 weeks, man. I sold, made a quick trade, went to sleep, and woke up to a coin that I hodl and went to 1,000,000%. Are you kidding me? So you mean to tell me you had some ish coin and then you sold it, and then right after you sold it, it went up 9 million%? May I ask which coin that is, Jackson Tater? 67 G's. That's right. We're back above 67 G's. And there is a live poll in the tube right now. I asked Bitcoin Q4 price peak prediction. Please let me know. Towards the end of the stream, we'll end the poll and read the results out loud. Welcome everyone to the live stream. JV live and in the flesh on X, Rumble, and YouTube. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. Smash those likes for the one and only Nippinator. Let's go. If you're new to the channel, very important to smash the likes, then hit the bell icon, as well as subscribe. This is the #1 daily Bitcoin pod, hands down. Today is pod episode 1799, so I'm also the most consistent Bitcoin podcaster on planet Earth, and I take that title with great pride. Much respect, fam. Today is another Sat Stack and Saturday. It's October 26, 2024, and markets are pumping. We're back in the green above 67 G's. Let's check out our market watch as we do each and every day. You can see Bitcoin here trading at roughly 67,300 at the time of the live stream. We got Ether up 0.5%, trading just shy of 2,500. We have Solana, Tron, and BNB, bullish and in the green. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, I can't believe the Bitcoin dominance is up to 58.2%. And the market cap, total crypto right now, 2.28 trillion. Bitcoin market cap, 1.32 trillion. And that's right, Bitcoin continues to outpace Ethereum. Currently, the market cap up over $1 trillion. And as I mentioned earlier, 58 now 0.1% BTC dominance. Ether dominance holding on to 13.1%. We may see it go down even lower. That seems to be the trend. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers past 24 hours, we have GOAT up 17%, Ray up 7%, and Maker up 2.5%. Let me know which alts, if any, you're bullish on for the bull. Holla at your boy. And checking out the crypto bubbles, we get a visual perspective on the day. Unfortunately, it's like 90% of the market correcting and in the red Rec City. And checking out the monthly, a little better, but not much better. Maybe 80-20 in the red Rec City. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Today we're at 72 greed, yesterday 69, last week at 72, and last month at 50, which is neutral. And checking out the time chain calendar. We have 182,511 blocks to go into the next halving. Typically, it's roughly every 10 minutes we get a next block. And we're currently on block height 867,489. You could currently exchange $1 for 1,490 Satoshis. So stack them sats accordingly, especially on a beautiful Sat Stack and Saturday like today. Welcome everyone just joining the stream. I bought people long at what? Went to $4. Now it's $2, going back up. Whoa. What puzzled me is how 3.4 billion can move into the biddy in less than 2 weeks. The price go down. What the hell? We have subscribed. Thank you, Islamic channel. I appreciate the subscribe. I don't see it on the screen, but typically when we get a new subscriber, it will congratulate the new subscriber live on screen. So, and it depends, I guess, what platform. That's, of course, for the tube. Hey, buddy, it's Remy from Palmas del Mar. Keep up the great work. Shout out, Remy. Obviously, Palmas is my old stomping grounds. I lived out there for 2 years when I first moved to Puerto Rico from 2018 to 2020. In fact, my daughter went to the Palmas Academy for a couple of years. So, small world. Reppin' PR. Let's go. M-ETH kills, says Satwise Janks. What is M-ETH? Oh, what does the M stand for? Yo, let me know. And again, welcome everyone just joining the live stream. I'm going to be streaming for the next couple of hours. We're live on X, Rumble, and YouTube. Diana Jones, proof of work right there. She put best crypto news on the tube. Thank you, Diana. Short coin in the building. She wrote, happy stacking Saturday sats. Amen. Just reposted your family. Shout out Dwayne Wees. Appreciate the repost. And again, the rest of the fam. All the reposts help out a lot. So thank you. I watched the entire Rogan interview. It was great. Trump was funny as what? Nice. Well, that's what Rogan was complimenting Trump on, pretty much being a comedian, because he knows how to make people laugh and such. Again, I watched the first hour. It will happen. Well, two things will have to happen. It has to be the price range and the one you won't let go of the choice. Wow, that is so exciting. Land is freedom. Reposted. Thank you, Diana. Meth. So meth as in like the drug, meth, ETH. That's kind of hilarious. Yeah, man. I mean, a lot of Ethereum holders may be on meth. I don't know. It's unclear at this point. Ethereum. Very interesting. I remember the Ethereum Max. And of course, anytime you see something that isn't just ETH, like if it's METH, that's not really Ethereum, right? It's a variation, maybe just a potential ish coin trying to tap into the Ethereum, brand. And I remember when like Floyd Mayweather, Kim Kardashian were all pumping ETH Max and it ended up being a Ponzi scheme. Go figure. So be very careful out there. So, but yeah, anyways, welcome everyone. Happy Stack and Saturday. We got 320 people already on the stream. 69 G's in play.
We've been climbing, aim for $1 million climaxing, never stopping. Bitcoin is rising.
Rising to the top, fam. But anyways, 3 acres is wonderful. What state you have the privacy more than enough land to do any reasonable thing you want while not having an absurd amount of the labor to upkeep? I heard he asked Rogan to endorse him. Interesting. I mean, clearly, Rogan does endorse him. He doesn't have to come out and say, I endorse Trump. But you can just listen to the interview and understand he's clearly against Kamala and pro-Trump when it comes to the policies and all that. So, read between the lines. Now, as an ex-Ethereum holder, it's like meth of the crypto. It will kill you. Don't get off it and on the biddies. Wow. What an analogy there, yo. But anyways, let's continue with some of the headlines. A lot going on. Let's start with our technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskies. Headline reads, Bitcoin price nurses a 5% dip. That's right before we bounce right back to 67. And before we dive deeper into the article, other breaking news, BlackRock just bought 292 million BTC. 292 million worth. They now own over 400,000 Bitcoin. That's almost double the stash of MicroStrategy, who has been accumulating the Bitcoin since 2020. Now, keep in mind, BlackRock didn't start investing until their ETF launched this year, January 11th, which ultimately means 10 months, they've accumulated 400,000 Bitcoin, which is virtually 2% of the circulating supply. That's mind-boggling numbers, by the way. Also, quoting the high priest, the new all-time high gold price is predicting Bitcoin will trade over 220,000 very soon. He's referencing gold breaking out, hitting a new all-time high recently of above 2,700. But let's dive a little deeper into some TA, and then we'll pull up some of the live charts. Here you're looking at the 1 hour chart. Bitcoin just recaptured 67,000 here today. TradingView track local lows of 65 on Bitstamp into the October 25th daily close, which was yesterday. So it's nice to see us bounce back. These came along fresh geopolitical instability and unsubstantiated reports surrounding illicit use of the largest stablecoin Tether. Probably most likely just some FUD, but quoting Luca here, in my opinion, that drop wasn't caused by the news. The drop was caused by the high open interest, which market makers are trying to flush out before they take the price higher. So your typical market manipulation there. And data from on-chain analytics firm Glassnode showed the single-day open interest decreased October 25th as the largest since August. Quoting Capriole Investments, Charles Edwards, blows my mind. The Bitcoin still trades like a risk asset. And Bitcoin will trade like gold in these events one day. On the plus side, 10,000 BTC open interest wiped in minutes. We are now back at the same level of the open interest as when Bitcoin was trading at 59 G's. Now, Luca also share, if we look at the liquidation heat map, we can clearly observe how the bulls try to catch the local bottom this whole week, falling or failing each time as there were highly leveraged positions. Now it's happening again with a massive pile of longs sitting just under 65,000, which is also a very important support level. Lose that, the next support range to 60,000 gets exposed. And then we have CoinGlass, who shared, now that is what I personally think is going to happen. We'll most likely see another flush to 60,000 before we can call for any of the local bottoms. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analysts, and let's pull up some of the live chart action Jackson for you. This is live and in the flesh via Coinbase, via TradingView. This is the 1 hour chart. You can see past 4 hours, we had 3 pretty impressive green candle closes. So, bullish momentum back in full swing. Nice to see. And checking out the 4 hour, and we'll zoom out from here for a broader perspective. We do have some targets in play. You see a bullish pennant formation. The blue target for the bull is 81.3. The green target for the bullish pennant is 79. And then the bear target in the green is $50,400. And again, this is the 4 hour chart you're looking at. Let's take a quick look at the 1 hour. 1 hour says rising wedge formation clearly. A couple bottom targets in the green sitting at 50,400. Another one at 47.7. And zooming out from the daily, the infamous 1 week chart, which still has that sexy cup and handle target sitting at 124,000 even, which is in play here for Q4 fam. And zooming out from the weekly, we'll take a quick look at the monthly. I mean, we got less than a week left. In fact, just 3 days until we get the October monthly close. Thus far, it's in the green. Will we maintain in the green? Will continue to surge in the green? We have election day literally less than 2 weeks out, November 5th. So let me know your thoughts, and where do you feel we'll close for the month of October? So there you go, yo. There's the latest TA. Never seeing sub 60,000 again, says fruits and veggies. I agree. I think we're more on the bullish spectrum than the bear. People invested in ETH, but now the thinking that will happen. How's it going? Like smashed. Thank you, Calv Beans. Much appreciated, yo. I knew what you meant. The Oracle in the building. I shout out all the fam. Shout out all the members. Of course, Hodl Gang. Happy Sastacking Saturday. Let's check the X feed again. And a reminder for those just joining us, the X feed is pinned at the top of the profile. Anyone who comments or quotes anything is getting shouted out, reposted back live and in the flesh. If you don't know, now you know, jabroni. Well said, brother. I haven't heard the term jabroni in quite a minute. Keep it 100. Thank you, family.
We already hit 67K, and now we're aiming up, at that 69 speed G spot rocket. Taking off. Everybody knows it's the magic spot.
Got to hit that B spot. Magic spot, ladies. I thought November would the up month, since everyone thought it was October, contrary to popular view. Well, here's what history shows us. On the year of the halving, considering this is the fourth halving we're in right now that we had earlier this year, it was April 19th, we officially had the halving. The 3 previous halvings, which we happened to have, 2012, 2016, and 2020. The year of the halving in Q4 historically shows roughly 88% Q4 gains, which will take us to 6 figures, roughly, I don't know, maybe $110,000, $120,000. Shout out fruits and veggies. Keep it going, brother. Info is always amazing, bro. Respect. Thank you for supporting the stream with your contribution. Greatly appreciate that, fruits and veggies. Thank you, family. And I agree with you. I'm all for the fruits and veggies. I'm not a fan of the meat and potatoes, since being a vegetarian since age 16. So respect. I just invest. Trading a bit stressful to me, says Cal Beans. Watching from the Cornwall, England, says the fairgrounds. If you use high leverage, we can get stuck easily. Use less leverage and stay safe, or better yet, don't use leverage at all. The rules, here we go. 500,000 would be a great day. Amen. Don't disrespect the mods, the chat. JB, don't spam the chat. Don't dox anyone in the chat. Don't start crap at the chat. Any of the above will get you banned permanently for life. That's just how we roll. This ain't baseball. 3 strikes, you're out. You mess with the Oracle, bada boom, bada bing. You get handled like this. Don't test her now. Just saying. You have been warned. The halving party was fun. I've been watching a lot of the reruns of Judge Judy. For those of you who've never seen that show, it is started in 96. I think it aired until 2021. I think it was a 25-year successful show, and it's just very entertaining. And then I discovered she has a newer show she launched in around that time, maybe 2023. It's called Judy, what is it? It has a different name. Judy Justice. But anyways, it's cool to still see her in action with her gavel. Order in the court. But I looked up her net worth. Good Lord, $500 million as of last year. It's damn, that must be the most richest judge I have ever seen. But kudos to her, still going strong. She's 82 years old. I was like pretty impressed with that. Beer is vegan. I hope it is grain. Not sure if that's vegan. It's based on plants, bro. Mods are the bomb diggity. Hit the likes, legends. Amen. I love the mods. Yes, the having party was fun. That's when I got my sage going again. Judge Judy was jokes. What up, hey Ab? Good to have you on the stream. And what do you mean she was jokes? She was funny, but she ain't play no games. She's very smart. She can see through everyone's lies because she's just, done probably thousands, if not 10,000 plus cases. So it's very easy for her to spot when someone's lying. And that's what I like to see. It's like, oh, bullshit. Dodgers won't last, or they won last night. World Series, more games. Nice. How did the Yankees do? I heard the Yankees supposed to have been playing. Tonight's big UFC event, Max Bless Holloway is fighting for the strap versus Ilia Topuria. I'm going to be watching. It's a big fight night. Also, we have Hamzat Chimaev fighting Robert Whittaker. Going to be 2 lit fights. Obviously, Hamzat is undefeated, and so is Ilia. So 2 undefeated fighters fighting. She didn't put up with the BS. Exactly. She ain't put up with no BS. Y'all don't know me yet. I was there at the having party. I didn't think I'd talk yet. I was there just the beginning of the whole Bitcoin thing in the CNA watching nostalgia time. Let's go Dodgers. Yankees suck. Yankees suck. Oh my God. I'm a Red Sox fan. Where's my boy, Crypto Surge? Incredible. I'll be there to see how it pans out. Oh yeah, the BS detector. It's so funny in chat when people are asking what the sage was. That's right. But anyways, fam, keep the comments flowing. Let's get into our next headline of the day. And welcome everyone join the live stream. Big news. What happens to Bitcoin price if Microsoft shareholders vote to buy the Bitcoin? And here's the latest. Microsoft CTO Kevin Scott. I don't know why I hadn't thought of it before, but Bitcoin is an incredibly powerful concept, and I don't think we have fully grasped what it could mean for society. Well said there, Kevin Scott. Welcome to the Bitcoin train. And breaking news, CEO of Blockstream, Adam Back, early Bitcoin OG, and Samson Mao, another true Bitcoin OG, met with the Microsoft CEO, Satya Nadella. And here's the note. 10th December is the vote if they're going to buy Bitcoin. Now, this is a massively successful company. I don't know how many billions they're worth. If someone can look that up on Google really quick, that would be pretty cool. But one thing I do know, the 2 largest shareholders of Microsoft are Vanguard and BlackRock. BlackRock virtually owns everything, including your soul. Just pointing out the obvious. I'm kidding, but not kidding at the same time, if you know what I mean. But let's break down the story. October 24th filing with Microsoft with the US SEC revealed an unexpected item on the agenda for the upcoming annual shareholder meeting December 10th. Let's go. 5 days after the election, alongside routine votes such as the election of directors, the ratification of his independent auditor, and reports of AI misinformation. One proposal stood out, the assessment of investment in Bitcoin. Interestingly, Microsoft's board recommended shareholders vote against it. And as of the second quarter 2024 financial report, Microsoft held $76 billion in cash and equivalents. Talk about the melting ice cube. If shareholders push the company to allocate even 10% into the biddy, it would represent a massive $7.6 billion Bitcoin investment. Like, whoa. And here you're looking at the top Bitcoin holders. Coinbase, 2.2 million as their custodian for many of the asset managers, including BlackRock. Satoshi, they speculate 1 million to 1.1 million. Binance, 636,000. BlackRock now just surpassed 400,000 allegedly. MicroStrategy has 252,000. Grayscale, 224,000. Grayscale once had 600,000, but obviously they have the outflows. A lot of that has dissipated. And then the U.S. government, 213,000. But I beg to differ because the reality is most everything is controlled or owned by the U.S. government, including BlackRock. They got their hands in everything. So in a sense, the U.S. government has a tremendous amount of Bitcoin indirectly. Now, at the average price of 73,000 per Bitcoin, this would translate to 104,000 Bitcoin, nearly 11 times the amount held by Tesla, which currently amounts for 9,700 Bitcoin. And while the figure would be substantial, it would still trail behind MicroStrategy's aggressive accumulation strategy with their holdings of 252,220. However, with Bitcoin supply dwindling. Over 80% of the Bitcoin hasn't moved in more than 6 months. Smart money, yo. And the balance of the Bitcoin on the exchanges has fallen to the lowest level in over 4 years. A Microsoft acquisition of this magnitude can create a supply shock. That's right. Where are they going to even get this much Bitcoin from? Whether this will become a reality depends on how the shareholders vote in December. Let me know how you feel this will likely go. Now, how U.S. shareholder votes work in U.S. public companies like Microsoft. Shareholders vote on important decisions at annual meetings. Votes on special proposals, like the one for Bitcoin investment, are typically non-binding, but they serve as a gauge of shareholder sentiment and can pressure the company to act accordingly if enough support is garnered. A large shareholder can compel a company to consult all shareholders on specific issues as per SEC regulations for public companies. However, the board has advised voting against the Bitcoin proposal, likely reflecting caution around volatility and regulatory uncertainty. Still, the growing demand for the biddy from institutional investors cannot be ignored. That's right. Now, if Microsoft decides to invest in Bitcoin, several methods are available. The company could directly purchase the Bitcoin on the regular exchanges, similar to how Tesla acquired its holdings. Another option is buying shares of a Bitcoin spot ETF, which provides indirect exposure. Maybe they choose Fidelity or BlackRock, one of the giants, with added liquidity and regulatory clarity, avoiding direct custody risks associated with holding the physical asset. This structure also facilitates easier buying and selling, which can improve capital efficiency. Microsoft could also consider using leverage, including the use of derivatives and like call options to strategically increase the market exposure without deploying large upfront capital. This enables speculation on the price movements, potentially amplifying the results. However, it introduces additional risks, something to consider, but ultimately Microsoft is unlikely to invest in Bitcoin soon, but shareholder pressure highlights Bitcoin's appeal, potentially encouraging other companies to explore it. And as I pointed out, positive words from Kevin Scott, their CTO, and of course, Samson Mow doing his thing with what's his name? Adam Back, orange pilling, the CEO of Microsoft. So when I see a photo of the CEO of Microsoft sitting next to these two gentlemen, done deal. Just saying how I feel. Let me know how you feel. Let me know how you feel. That'll likely play out, yo. Big news right there. Forget this was on. Been watching the Rogan Trump thing. All good, Adam. How you enjoying the interview thus far with Trumpster and the Rogan? Let me know. Bitcoin peeps in the building. GT, what it do? Try mescaline. It is for blend of the last 10 different types of lettuce and fresh greens. Sounds like a plan. People don't buy that much lettuce around yonder. I like the spinach more, but the bug pressure, it's harm to grow. Right on. Live, baby, live with JV. Rudy de la Plain in the building. Mick Foofinator. Happy Sastak and Saturday. Not to be confused with mescaline. I don't even know what mescaline is. But anyways, welcome everybody. We're still pumping. 67.2. We're up almost 400 on the day. We have a live poll. Let me know where you stand as far as the price peak for Q4 of this year. And I'm going to be checking the X feed again, re-commenting and reposting all the comments. Crypto News Alerts is now live. Thank you, Boss33. Much appreciated, broski. Angry man. That's what I need to hear. 500 G's. Now we're talking. Yeah, that's going to be our feature story of the day. An analyst by the name of Michaël van de Poppe predicting Bitcoin reaching between 300 and 500,000 per coin here in Q4. Biddy man, working Saturday night. I work every day, yo. Biddy man don't sleep. Thank you, Chandy, for the repost of Diana Jones. I did fact check, and yes, confirm your claim with JV is, in fact, the best crypto news on the tube. Thank you, family. Much appreciated. How many people we got here? 620? Not too bad. Cammy will ruin crypto. She'll try to ruin crypto. We won't let her. How about that? I thought I was going to get high, and then I thought it was some lettuce. What are you guys doing with lettuce? Spring mix, eh? Two completely different things. I appreciate the mescaline, too. The worm. 68 G's tonight. Hopefully Israel and Iran can keep it in their pants. What's your prediction for the biddy? End of the year, JV? 122,000 is my current prediction for Q4. I think we could realistically hit the cup and handle target on the weekly chart. Obviously, there's no guarantee. A prediction means anything can happen. That's just what I believe will happen. So I just want to be clear on that, right? Anything can happen, but I like to believe that 124,000 is a very reasonable Q4 target with what I know being involved in Bitcoin for the past 6 years and doing a podcast each and every day, right? But it's speculation, so consider that. Just as easy as it can go to 122,000, we could drop and go back down to 50. You know, you got to consider that as well. But just as easy as we can drop down to 50, we can also go to 500,000 this year, according to analysts. So I keep my mind open with the intricate, infinite plethora of possibilities when it comes to Bitcoin, because there's nothing else like it. You know what I mean? Will we Bitcoin pump to 85? My guess is in November. If I was to guess, I'd say November, 85 likely in play. Let me know if you guys agree, disagree. And we're going to get to some of the bullish targets here shortly. Welcome everyone to the live stream. We're streaming live and in the flesh, X, Rumble, and YouTube. 69G's in play. Cheers, fam.
Watch how it goes when we hit the 69K. We will continue to grow, let it flow.
First time I had shrooms, I was 16, says Adam. Ate a gold top raw. Don't think I've ever recovered properly. Wow. That's hilarious when you were 16 too. You should be smack on with 120 in mid-January and drop back to 90, then to 500,000 September 2025. I'll take it. I personally think 500 is more realistic next year than this year. I think it's extremely optimistic for 500,000 this year, but nonetheless, I'm open to entertaining the possibility. Hence why we're going to be covering that here shortly. What about a black swan event on the horizon? That's why I said hypothetically Bitcoin can crash to 50. What if there was Novid 2.0 and the world is like, oh my God? What if Project Bluebeam came into play at the end of this year? I mean, come on now. Anything is possible, broskies. Don't put it past them. But nonetheless, long-term bullish like a mofo. It is, since now it helps my fam. I used to need them for the fruit trees. I will try my veggies. Nice. I am helping my mate out next week with the first trip. Nice. But anyways, next story of the day, let's discuss this $20 million hack. This is something you don't hear so often. Hacker who looted $20 million from a U.S. government address returns the vast majority of the stolen funds. So maybe it's like something to do. I mean, there's nothing to do that day. Let me see if I can hack a government address and I'll just return the funds. Who does that? This guy. The hacker who looted nearly $22 million worth of crypto from the U.S. government wallet this week appears to have returned the vast majority of the funds, according to the digital asset platform Arkham Intelligence. On Thursday, the exploiter plundered the crypto from a government address that hadn't moved any digital assets in 8 months. Arkham notes that less than 24 hours later, the same address received $19.3 million back. Or did the government hack themselves? Recovering 88% of the comprised dollar value. The impacted wallet contained crypto seized from the hackers who looted Bitfinex. Oh, wow. Back in 2016. The hacker this week stole millions of dollars worth of the stablecoins USDT, USDC, Aave USDC, and Ethereum. And Arkham noted Thursday they had began selling the proceeds for ETH and funneling the crypto through a suspicious address linked to a money laundering service. Arkham reported numerous digital asset movements affiliated with U.S. government wallets this year. And in July, a different U.S. government address moved more than $2 billion worth of the biddy, seized from a illicit online marketplace known as Silk Road. Whoa. Now, Arkham said at the time the coin shifting likely represented a 10,000 Bitcoin deposit to an institutional custody service. And in April, a U.S. government address sent more than $131 million worth of seized Bitcoin to a Coinbase Prime wallet. So there you go, yo. Let me know your thoughts on the $22 million hacky sent back to the government. Used a quick way to make $20. Dumb kids at school needed some lunch money. What are you going to do? What if the government allowing the use of lethal force from them sending the military into her ass? Whoa. Someone gave my brother parsley for weed back in the day. That's the most common trick of the book. The good old parsley trick. A magician's dream. Corvades Part 2 will be a coordinated collapse of the legacy financial system. Part 1 was a dry run. Yeah, don't put nothing past them, yo. Never underestimate the forces of evil. You feel what I'm saying? She's pay cap games on that hack. Oops. For real.
Flow, flow, flow. Magic, cosmic fire, the rocket.
Shout out GT Lions. Proof of work. Appreciate the repost on the X for the stream. Thank you, Guido and Wiser Monkey Crypto. Respect.
It is fueled up, prepare for flight. Rocket up kind of high. Darting, darting, darting. 60.
I quit smoking. Made me too lazy. Says Calv Beans. Word up. You talking about the reefer? Not only is it more beneficial for the farm, but much cheaper than buying from the grocery store and much more gratifying to harvest your own produce. Well said, fruits and veggies. A lot of you guys here are actually self-harvesting a lot of your own stuff, herbs and food. I think that's fantastic. I know Chandy is planting a lot of seeds this weekend, in fact, including some sage. And I know I got some sage from the Oracle. It's amazing. I buy super cheap, but know the prices. It's always worth growing your own if possible. JV, the parsley trick, the oldest trick in the book. I save all I save all my seeds too. That is the majority of money saving. I remember being at a Wu-Tang concert back in the day. I think this was at the House of Blues in Orlando, if my memory serves correct. It was like Redman and Method Man, actually. It wasn't the whole clan. But I remember my friend, Scotty P, he threw a rolled blunt onto the stage, and then they picked it up. And it was just a funny joke that was going around in some of the bars, I think from Redman. But it was like, your weed got more seeds than ODB. And of course, the old dirty bastard was known for having like crazy amount of kids with a bunch of different baby mamas. But what a good punchline. Your weed got more seeds than ODB. Classic. I'll never forget that. But nonetheless, they picked up the blunt and still smoked it. It was quite hilarious. How is the rosemary doing? It is excellent. It is in the closet right behind me. So it's good. I kept the bag open for it to dry out some. Don't let the friends smoke the cat. Yeah, even Nipsey can't smoke the catnip. Save the catnip for the cats. That's what it's intended for, family. What's the alternative for dogs? Or can dogs eat catnip? I never experimented with that for the dogs. We grew tomatoes and squash. Nice. I love me some tomatoes and I love me some squash. I just planted 2, only got 1 sprout. What did you plant there, Adam? A lot of green thumbs here in the chat. I dig it. Smart. Especially if the end of the world zombie apocalypse comes. Shout out Guido. I appreciate the repost, brother. He wrote, bull run, pull backs, got you down. Take your daily CNA meds. Amen. Medicine. I like that. This is God's medicine. The medicine of Satoshi. Preaching the holy gospel. Happy Sastack and Saturday, yo. But let's continue with the news. Next headline. This is actually pretty cool. As the game theory continues in full effect, and my mouse just died. So, crap, I forgot to charge it last night. So I'm going to plug this baby in, and I'm just going to rant for a couple of minutes so that it gets enough significant charge so that I can continue with the show, because I can't change anything at the moment. So give me a second. Gotta love doing a live stream, yo. Prepare for the inevitable. But anyways, I got a charger, so it's charging, and it probably just need 2 minutes. So one thing I can do is use my keyboard, so I can still switch from B-roll scene, B-cam, to the main cam, and I can still go to the chat, so it's all good. We'll just chat it up for a little longer, and then we'll switch to the story once the mouse has a significant level of charge. I only grow peyote, my man. Or I'm sorry, that's Janet Yellen. Oh my God, Janet Yellen grows peyote? That's fantastic. I may be a fan of yours after all, Miss Yellen. Bananas. Respect, though, brother, who gave me that membership. Cheers, Mexicajado. Always good to have the veggie garden. Unfortunately, the monkeys take mine. Are you being for real, monkeys? I know my tomatoes. My family comes from Sicily. I like the red vine tomatoes. We grew many in the family. Red vine are my go-to. My husband has a green thumb. I think I started with this idea. I do a 1/2 acre garden until I get the tape measure out. Excuse me. I thinned it down, but planting a lot. Excuse me. Over the weekend. Seeds are here. Congrats. And JB now has the hiccups. Bananas. Read my last comment, JB. I got you. Let's see, JC. I'm going to be rooting some more of the rosemary plants. I may have an entire hedge of rosemary by the end of it. What does a hedge mean? I don't know the farmer terms. Is that like an acre or like a certain square footage? Or does it mean like a certain amount? Let me know. Palm Beach Island in the building. And I can't believe Janet Yellen's growing peyote. So cool. Charge your laptop. Answer your phone. Come on, guys. This is basic. Roma and a new variety called Gold Nugget turned into a produce. Right on. Bananas. You like Brussels sprout? Yeah, I don't think I've had a vegetable I wasn't a fan of. I'm a fan of all the healthy stuff. I don't even care what it tastes like. If someone tells me it's healthy, I'll just eat it. I don't question it. JB, I meant charge your mouse. Same thing. Yeah, I recall I was down to like 1% the other day as I was prepping my show, and I charged it for a couple of hours, and it went back up to like 70%. And that was maybe a couple of weeks ago, and now it's to 0. But it charges quick, so it's all good. I just get to spend more time with you. Who want to partner up and put the profits into the Bitcoin? My advice, don't partner when it comes to investing. You know what I mean? I watch a lot of Judge Judy. So, you know what I mean? Yeah, monkeys are crazy here in South Africa. I went away for December and came back to the trashed house. Damn. So the monkeys take over. Monkeys were out of control when I visited Bali. They were like thieves, and there was a monkey problem. And they steal your items, and then they'd want to trade you your item back for like a banana. Like, they're very smart. And in Costa Rica, there were a lot of monkeys, but they weren't like troublesome like in Bali. Like, they were professional thieves. They'll steal something out of your bag, know you want it or need it, maybe your wallet, your phone, and then they'll literally only give it back if you give them food. Pretty clever little thieves. Yellen needs to take it. She really does. Maybe she'll become a good human being from the peyote. They left the ish all over my house. Ooh, that's the worst. You ever see? No, I've never seen the Judge Booty. Is that an OnlyFans channel? Let me know, Ryan. Hilarious. Okay, if you eat it, someone says it's healthy. Right on. But I think we're gonna have enough charge on the mouse now to at least continue the show. So give me a second. We should be okay. And we'll continue here with the news where we left off. Yeah, we're good. Let's see how much charge I got. It says 2%. That 2% may get us through the end of the show. So hopefully, fingers crossed. All right, so next story. Here's the big news with Pennsylvania. House advances Bitcoin rights bill to clarify digital asset regulations. That's right. The Pennsylvania House of Representatives passed the bill October 24th to establish regulatory clarity for digital assets like the Biddy within the state. Known as House Bill 2481 or the Bill of Rights bill, the legislation passed with strong bipartisan support, receiving a vote of 176 to 26, including 100 Republicans and 76 Democrats. Unanimous decision. According to a Fox Business report, the legislation seeks to protect the rights of Pennsylvania residents to hold and use Bitcoin while establishing clear guidelines on taxing digital asset transactions. The bill now moves to the Republican-led Pennsylvania Senate, which is expected to review it after the November election. And if approved and signed by Governor Josh Shapiro, Pennsylvania will join other states in establishing its digital asset rules amid federal regulatory uncertainty. House Bill 2481 was developed with input from the Bitcoin advocacy organization Satoshi Action Fund. The SAF was involved in similar efforts in 20 states, with 4 bills becoming law in Oklahoma, Louisiana, Montana, and Arkansas. The push for the new legislation in the area comes amid federal uncertainty about digital asset regulation. You can thank No Claire Gare for that one. With agencies divided over the insight, the SEC continues to evaluate whether certain digital assets, apart from Bitcoin and Ether, qualify as securities. And if it's up to Gensler, everything in the world, including his own mother, is a security. Meanwhile, the CFTC oversees those classified as commodities. They're fighting for regulatory jurisdiction, ultimately. In such polarizing times, it's great to see both sides of the aisle come together to further innovate and prioritize security for Pennsylvanians who owned and transact with the crypto, said the Republican Pennsylvania State Rep Michaël to the bill, or the bill's sponsor. So yeah, I mean, Pennsylvania crypto bill could sway 2024 voters. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Obviously, anyone pro-crypto should be all over that. So there you go. And that number continues to climb. Rooting means coming from the plan from the Cuttings JV. Right on. Had about 50 of them growing right now. That's what's up. Rooting is the best method to propagate just about any veggie or herb. I have 1 bush of rosemary. It grows almost the entire year long. Wow. I decided to take cuttings and sell them in the spring for planting. That's what's up. Hedge a thick, dense row of thickly planted shrubs or trees. I'm learning a lot. I will be the Bitcoin. Can we plant Satoshis and grow Bitcoin? Don't forget Wisconsin, the state pension fund, has about 300 million of the Bitcoin ETFs. Thank you for the reminder, Greg. Wait, what? I heard Arkansas something about a bill, Bitcoin related, pass bill proposal. I get mixed up. Something happening here in Arkansas. Something always happening in Arkansas. I guess that's the place to be. That's why you got the Walmart headquarters out there, Chandy. That's why you got the Ozarks. You got the underground tunnels. You got the mysteries of the earth. Potentially ETs, lizard folk, all of the above. It's a very special area. But I digress. Welcome, everyone, live on the stream. Let's wake everybody up. Happy Sat Stacking Saturday. I'm going to check the X feed again before we dive into our next story of the day. Welcome those just joining us. Shout out 8 Point. Appreciate the repost. 21 Gammon. And again, Guido, GT, Boss, Angry, Margin, Chandy, Metal, Diana, Bit Rock, Short Coin, D Wayne, LT, Stat Wise, Cal Beans, and the rest of the fam. Thank you. Already 900 people on the stream. Not too shabby. Okay, let's continue. Yes, you can plant the Bitcoin, clearly shown in the October Bitcoin Rising video. Well, of course. Well, there we have it. We settled that, Chandy. Settled. Okay, let's discuss this 170,000 target by Real Vision. Then we'll discuss the 300 to 500,000 target from Michaël van de Poppe. And then we'll dive into some live Q&A. Welcome, everyone just joining us. Headline says, there's a 60% chance Bitcoin hits 170,000 this cycle. Let me know if you agree or disagree with that. And I'll break down the timeline from the analyst Jamie Couts. So in an appearance on Raoul Pal's The Journeyman YouTube channel, Couts says Bitcoin could explode to six-figure territory as the global money supply increases. Quoting the analyst here, my base case is if we just look at the M2 money supply and back it out to August, which was where the Bitcoin cycle peaks, that infers a price of about 100,000 on Bitcoin. I am placing as a potential outcome, but a low, very low probability outcome. My proportionality forecast is 170 Gs. Now, the crypto analyst further says there is a more optimistic scenario where Bitcoin could skyrocket up to 234,000 and even higher. Send it. Quoting him here. The question is, what probability do you assign to each of those potential outcomes to come up with some sort of grounded probability weighted projection? And I mentioned global M2 regression line of 100,000 is sort of like my base case or worst case. And then all I have done is I've looked at these other potential outcomes and assigned a probability. Now, I agree with that. I also think the worst case scenario is 100,000, like worst case, right? Bear case, though, I'll say even higher. 222,000 for the cycle peak. But like worst case scenario, black swan event, still talking 100,000. At least in my opinion, I agree with the analyst there. Next up, he says, I don't think Bitcoin is going to go parabolic to 500,000 this cycle. I see 500,000 in the future, not this cycle. So it is a very low probability. And the outcome is just this probability weighted market forecast of 189,000 for Bitcoin by August next year, which will give it a market cap of around 3.75 trillion. Now, personally, this is an alignment, 500,000 with my cycle peak. My bear scenario for 2025 cycle peak is 222,000. My bull scenario is 750, and 500 is virtually right dead in the middle. So I think it is possible. I don't think it's the most probable possibility, but it's definitely probable. But according to Couts, Bitcoin has a 15% probability of hitting 100,000 by around mid-August of next year. Over the same period, Bitcoin has a 60% chance of hitting 170 Gs. I like those odds. A 20% chance of skyrocketing to 234,000 and a 5% chance of hitting 500,000. This reminds me of Dumb and Dumber where Jim Carrey's like, so you're telling me there's a chance? Hells yeah, broski, there's a chance. But anyways, let me know if you agree or disagree with the analyst, and where do you think that Bitcoin price peak will likely be, brothers? Holler. 170,000 is only 3.3 trillion of the market cap. You're right, Chandy is the best thing of Arkansas. Facts. My rosemary grew in a pot for the first 5 years. I can't move it since it grew through the pot to the soil. If I want to move the plant, I have to take cut-ins. Come on, bro. Whack that gong like John. Yeah, let me whack the gong. You said John, and rest in peace, John McAfee. This is for you, brother. 225,000 end of the year. Last night, Michael Saylor was in my dream. What happened in your dream, Moonstone? Did he visit you in Santa Barbara? Did you guys sit down and discuss the Bitcoin? Let me know. Yes, now that's pretty big. If you haven't already, give sage, oregano, something else, and thyme a try. Amen to that. I'm a fan. Herb it up. God's medicine is the herb, family. God's medicine. And we're about to dive into our feature story of the day. Welcome everyone on the stream. I'm going to be streaming live at least for the next hour. We're about to wrap up our feature story of the day, 500,000 prediction. Then we'll do an hour live Q&A, uncensored style, as we do each and every day. Welcome, family, just joining us. Bitcoin still in the green, still maintaining. What you got going on when it gets to 500,000? Buy the fiat. Bird on my laptop. Is there a bird on the laptop? Little streamy, eh? Yeah, a little streamy. What do you mean? Oh, a little steamy. What are we discussing for the steam? Self-esteem? Bitcoin steam? Rosemary steam? Are we talking about gong steam? Let me know. It was all a dream. You know what I mean? Welcome, everyone. Almost 1,000 people on the stream. Repost this if you're gaining entertainment or value. Either or, I don't care. If you guys can repost it, at least for the Nippinator. Show him some support. He can use it. He's been to one too many diddler parties, and he's still recovering like a Justin Bieber. You know what I mean? Sad, but I mean, it's a crazy world we're living in. But anyways. Oh, the dream was strange. I gotcha. Moonstone's dream of steam. Were you dating Michael Saylor? Tell us the truth. Michael Saylor's stream and dream. I know. Streamy dreamy. I get it. I gotcha. It must have been steamy. Because you remember it. How often do we remember our dreams? Not often. We're very forgetful human beings. But for you to remember the dream, it must have been steamy. Is that a fair assumption? Yes or yes? Will the price of Bitcoin go up or down depending on the election results? It's going up forever, Laura. I don't care who wins the election. I think Bitcoin's going north. However, if Trump wins the election, I think we have a faster, short-term parabolic run. It'll run up faster. If it's Kamala, it'll still run up, but it will jog. So would you rather the Bitcoin price sprint to 100, 200, 300, 400, 500 with Trump? Or do you want Bitcoin to jog on an elliptical? Slowly but surely, and eventually hitting all the targets in the long term. That's my perception, at least. Steamy. Nice. You're watching on the iPad. Nice. I saw Apple launched a iPad mini recently. Anyone use that? Let me know. But anyways, now for our feature story of the day, fam. Trader Michaël van de Poppe says market's about to go vertical, just like Michael Jordan's vertical in his prime. Outlines a six-figure price target for Bitcoin. Ultimately says it's going to range somewhere between $300,000 and $500,000 per coin here in Q4 of 2024. So let's break this baby down. Here you go. Closely followed analyst says crypto markets are about to go parabolic, predicting a massive six-figure price tag for the biddy. In a new strategy session, crypto trader Michaël van de Poppe tells his 733,000 followers on X that if they believe in the narrative surrounding Bitcoin's halving cycles, Bitcoin could shoot up to a price between $300,000 and $500,000 per Bitcoin by the end of the year. Quoting the analyst here alongside the chart that shows the growth after the halving, it's about time that the market goes vertical. If that's the question. You believe in the 4-year halving, then we're on the verge. Whether it is in November, December, does not matter. End result is the same. Bitcoin to $300,000 to $500,000 per coin. Let me know if you agree, disagree. And it shows you where we're at currently in this chart. You can see the previous halvings, how much we have climbed, going parabolic right after, halving from, 2012, we had 9,000% climb. Then after the 2016 halving, we had a 2,800% climb. And then from the 2020 halving, we climbed 600%. Then we had another 675% climb. And now you see where it says we're here in the red circle on the chart. And from here, let's hit 300,000 to 500,000. Game on. The trader's chart indicates that this time around, Bitcoin has seen only a small fraction of the growth it historically sees during the halving years, meaning it has tons of room to flourish. If it were to stay true to the pattern, will history rhyme is the million-dollar question, fam. Let me know. Bitcoin's halving occurs every 4 years in April and cuts the mining rewards in half. The last halving event occurred April 19th. I know because we did a halving pump watch ultimately, or a halving watch, and many of you were here. According to Van Day Pop, since Bitcoin had a recent dip towards 65,000, it will consolidate and subsequently spark a rally to the upside as soon as next week. That's right, Trump pump, send it. Quoting him here, Bitcoin did have the dip towards the 65,000 area. Now consolidation and breakout from the next week onwards. I expect the yields to start falling soon again, which would push the markets higher. Let me know if you agree, disagree with the analysts. And the chart you can see on your screen here that he shares indicates Bitcoin will shoot past the 71,000 price tag sometime in November before consolidating and taking off and smashing that epic six-figure milestone, which we all know is inevitable. But let me know if you agree, disagree with the analysts. Can you see 300, 500 G's per biddy? Holla at your boy. I'm going to read the comments out loud. Fruits and veggies. Bitcoin so resilient as of late. Reminds me of my pre-2020 pump. But even bigger, super cycle. Send it. Sprint, please. We can't survive another 4 years. That's right. Maybe we wouldn't survive another 4 years. Trump, 100%. Right on. 2021. Oh, well, maybe we'll have a steamy, dreamy soon. Bert, I don't know what the Bert is. I remember asking him, how much Bitcoin should I have? Let's ask Michael Saylor what the second best crypto is.
Which one's the best crypto asset? Well, Bitcoin's the best crypto asset. Okay. What's the second best? There is no second best.
I'm not saying I'm number one. I'm sorry, I lied. I'm number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
There's no second best crypto asset. There's a crypto asset. It's called Bitcoin, right?
One thing you got to get straight. If you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Right. The point is, if you have the superior asset, it's going up forever, Laura.
Thank you, Michael. It's an honor to have you here today. Wishing you a lot of success with your $1 trillion Bitcoin bank, brother. And shall you continue to stack the biddy? However, now go home and go get your shine box, brother. Gotta love it. 500 to 750,000 cycle peak. It falls right in line with my prediction. Amen. And shout out to the Nibinator. We may get another Nibinator indicator. He gave us 4 indicators yesterday after he was in hibernation since getting the gong. The Nibinator has returned. That's bullish in of itself forever. In my dream, we were not talking about the biddy. We weren't talking much at all. Ooh, what language were you speaking in that dream? What was going on? What do you remember? You can't just leave us hanging. If you weren't talking, what were you doing? Were you running? Were you working out together? Were you doing something adult-like? I mean, fill me in. I'd love to see 80,000 before the end of October. Very doable. Keep this in mind. Can someone run? What's a 26% gain from 27,000? Yesterday, I shared a 5-year memory of the Bitcoin price action jumping from like 6,700 to like 8,700 in one day, which was a 26% jump. So it shows us Bitcoin is very capable of shooting up 26% in a single day when the time comes. If we were to jump up 26% today, where would the price be? Let me know, family. Nipsey grooming going on. He likes to groom himself, but he will go to the vet in about a week. He's got his dental appointment. Bitcoin first halving went up well over, 90,000. This next halving may indeed be the first. Why? Because has never had empires, nations, countries, pension funds, you and me, etc. and ad nauseum. All in. We were horizontal wrestling. There you go. There you go. You're awesome, Moonstone. We love you. But anyways, we're going to end. This is getting too steamy for the YouTube. We're going to continue with the uncensored version of the pod on the Rumble. But first, let's end the live poll on the YouTube. And let's see what you guys think the 2024 Bitcoin cycle peak will be. And the results should be showing here on your screen any moment. Here we go. 34% of you believe 100,000 plus. Yes, and dancing. Okay, dancing and wrestling. 25. What a giga chad that guy is. 25% say 75 to 89. 23% say 70,000 to 74. And 15% of you say between 90 and 99,000. Right on. Did I not give 100,000 plus answer? No, we did. Okay. So 34% of you, which is the majority, believe will be 6 figures plus. I dig it. And 82,420 is a 60% pump. You mean 26% or 60%? Yo, it can't be 60%. That don't make sense. 60%, or maybe it is 60%. Maybe you're right. Nippinator indicator. Let's continue with the uncensored version of the pod family. Head on over to X or Rumble. The direct Rumble link is rumble.cryptonewsalerts.net. And shout out to the Rumble fam and to the X fam for holding it